Hello everybody. So it's been a while since I put out a video. I was really busy with Worlds and such, and then there's spoilers for new sets, so it seemed kind of pointless to put out like content on decks that are going to be obsolete in 2 weeks anyways. So now I'm finally back, and I have what I believe is the first like deck that I'm super confident about with the Dusk Road. I think this deck is actually super good, like tier 1 or at least close. There's several other people I've been talking this about, like Unearthly, for example, is in the top 10 with something very similar to this right now. He isn't playing Torrent and is instead playing more Jekks and other Combust. But so basically this is revolving around the power of two new big payoffs for the Stonescar Sacrifice archetypes, that being Stonescar Scrapper, who is way better than he looks. Like, the health gain is not irrelevant. You always have a ton of stupid little Grenadin around to draw cards. And Gearcruncher, who's just insane. Like, it fills up your entire board, and if you don't kill it, you just get a slay every turn for free. Like, it can't hit face, doesn't matter. If you don't kill Gearcruncher, you're not beating it. So I kind of got to this shell. It evolved out of the Scrappy Hour shell, which was pretty much the same deck, but was playing Witching Hour and splashing for Scouting Party and Champion of Cunning, just for the Shadow activation on Champion of Cunning. You were never getting 5 Primal, but just for the team buff. And Scrapper fulfills Scouting Party's drawing, Gearcruncher fulfills Champion of Cunning's winning board stalls, and Witching Hour was just too slow, and you didn't really need it to win the late game. You're still winning the late game always anyways between Scraptank, Scrapper, and Gearcruncher. So I added Torrent of Spiders instead. If you don't like Torrent and you're not facing a lot of mid-range time decks, because that's really what Torrent is good against, then more Spark Catchers for aggro or more Jekks for mid-range and control decks or what you want there. Jekk is also just obviously gassed. If you ever attack with him, you instantly win. And having one Jekk looks odd, but it's actually totally fine. Like, you have plenty of removal targets. Like, all of these guys need to be removed on sight, and like Jekk is just another card. Like, it's not like you're blanking removal by being a token deck. You have plenty of big fatties that are good targets for removal. And then, other than that, just standard, like, Stonescar Sac interaction package. Like, it's got a Madness, Devour, Combust. Only 3 Combust because there's not that many guys you want to sacrifice. Like, sometimes you want your Grenadin around to attack and actually kill your opponent, and Scrapper gives you another outlet. Like, I had one time where I Madness 2 Varas and then attacked with them. Played a unit to bring back stuff from my void, and then sacked both of the Varas to Stonescar Scrapper. Like, he's just enables some pretty insane plays. So yeah, that is where I'm at with the deck right now. So I'm just gonna play a few games with it, kind of give an idea of how it plays. I think that it's good against the aggro decks. You've got a bunch of little tokens to block them. It's super good against the mid-range decks, like the time decks like Practice Ramp and Combray and such, because they just are really not interacting the same axis as you. You just go way over the top by going both big and wide, and they can't really keep up. And then surprisingly, with like Feln used to be a pretty terrible matchup for this deck, but now with Gearcruncher, it's actually not that bad. Before, like, your only chance was like Scraptank, and like because Blackside Harbinger is just unbeatable. Like, this deck loses to Flyers and Overwhelm and Argenport Instigator. Like, Blackside killing your whole board. Like, you need to have a Scraptank in play to get huge off that, and that was your only way to beat it. And now Gearcruncher gives you another way to beat it. And I'm going to keep this. I'm on the draw. I've got a Quarry to find my 3rd power, and then Assembly Line will keep me alive against aggro. Alright, looks like it's an Ikaria blue variant. So I'm just looking for power with this Quarry. A lot of times you don't want a Quarry until you know what you're looking for. But in this case, I do know what I'm looking for. Alright, so maybe a Grenadin down the line or a power that kills a guy. I'll take the favor. I don't need the Grenadin that much. The Grenadin would just trade with this anyways. And I have plenty of Grenadins here. So Armory is a good matchup in general. They can't beat your go-wide plan very well. Like, they play 8-6 dice show, and you just laugh like, alright, I got 9 Grenadin in play. Like, nice card. Ikaria Blue has a little bit more card draw. I didn't play against this much. I would guess it'd be slightly worse than normal Armory because they have more card draw, so you're going to find Ikaria more often, which is the card that can beat you. As I said before, Flyers, Overwhelm, Argenport Instigator. Those are the cards you care about. You don't really care about removal. Don't really care about, like, big units because you got all this, like, Madness Combust nonsense. Don't care about weapons. Like, that should probably just get Ikaria, even if your opponent doesn't have more power. Because, like, Ikaria is their only way to ever beat you. Alright, then I'm going to kill this guy. So I can get in with my Grenadin. And how afraid am I of like a harsh rule? Not very. I'm just gonna play this assembly line. If he harsh rules this, I can just reload with 3 spiders. I've also got Scrapper. If he doesn't kill immediately, I can just have a drone come down and draw me 2 cards right away. Alright, so let's hunt for some more power. Could have taken the 3rd fire for Jekk. Alright, so another assembly line or a madness. So madness means I have 2 answers to Ikaria, although opponent missed power, so I kind of want to just like jam as fast and hard as I can. So yeah, I'm going to take the assembly line and just go in as fast as I can. Like madness would be nice Ikaria insurance, but my opponent has to hit 3 more power before they can even play an Ikaria. And this puts on way more pressure. And even if they draw that power and harsh rule, like I get to make 4 spiders. So like I get to still put them on somewhat of a clock. I'm certainly not going to commit any more to this board. Unless they play a removal spell. Actually, I should, right? Like this is 8. So I put 1 more guy down, then it'll be lethal next turn. Okay. Did not play anything. If they have 2 spot removal spells, they can survive next turn. More likely to draw a harsh rule or 2 spot removals. I have so many 5-drops. I'm just going to play this. Like, at this point, I've got a huge game-ending fatty every turn for the rest of the game. I'm just going to make them have it right now, and then make them have it again, and then make them have it again, and then make them have it again. Alright. They didn't even have it the first time, so got there. Yeah, I don't know. Ikaria Blue is certainly better than it was before. Like, Strategize is just an insane card, but I don't know if it's, like, enough better to be worth playing. I just been off that deck for so long because the influence is so bad. And then you have to play a bunch of banners, and, like, it didn't even get crests. So, like, there's no Rakano or Huru crest, so, like, you just get the Skycrag crest, Crest of Fury. Which, like, is good, but, like, it'd be nice to have more, you know? Anyways, let's get into another game. May face one of the popular decks, that being the most popular decks I've seen over the last 3 days, I guess it is, 4 days now, has been Practice Ramp, Feln, and Skycrag. I think this is actually favored against all 3 of those. It's bad against like flyer decks. Okay, well, only 1 power is no good. We're gonna redraw that. Well, this has a lot of power, but at least a couple of them are crests. So I can dig for action. Spark Hatcher. You know, that's fine. I'm going to keep that. That's a guy that can be played. And another Huru deck. What is this? Why is there so much Huru all of a sudden? I don't think I need another power. Like, yeah, I'd make these undepleted, but I don't really care if those are undepleted right now. I don't even have any 5-drops in my hand, and I'm sure I'm going to draw more power over the course of the game, so I'm just going to bin it. Hope to find more power later. Alright, looks like another control deck. I wonder if it's Huru control, like temporal control, Chalice. Have a good day.
You too.
So I'll just keep on punching. While they set up, I get to do a bunch of little damage. So the nice thing about this deck is, like, you can have these sort of aggressive starts with these Grenadin and stuff, but you're not an aggro deck. Like, you don't care if these die. You don't care if you have to play around sweepers and can't commit more. Like, you're okay with the game going long. It's a very nice place to be in where you are, like, both proactive and also okay in the late game. Just very, very strong. I actually wouldn't mind drawing a Sigil next turn just so that I can Scrapper plus activate. Turn this Grenadin drone into 2 new cards. Oh, it's so good. Like, even if you vanquish this, I feel like I still got a ton of value. I don't want to just run this out on 5, though, because then opponent might Harsh Rule and actually get a good Harsh Rule out of it. But here it's just like a dopey 1-for-1. Whoa, they just played a Monument as a 5th power. They might have like an island in hand, I guess. They're strategized, yeah. So, like, they haven't showed the second Justice. They're definitely just, like, hiding it. Like, there's no way they don't have another Justice source. So, yeah, I'm just going to pop for 4 and then play this and pass. Like I said, I don't need to commit. Yeah, you're going to Harsh Rule this? Vulcan Forcer? Oh no. Not my Spar Catcher. Alright, so I've got like Madness Combust if he's a unit-based deck, I guess. Like Combust and hit for 3, but I'm just going to draw 2 cards. Alright, those were not great. So I kind of want to play another unit so that I can either Madness Combust or just double Madness and kill him. If he plays like an island here, I just win, right? And Vanquish, expected. Still got some value out of it. Attacking, that seems ambitious. Okay. Not as ambitious if you have a Rune Hammer, sure. So I get Madness to kill the Rune Hammer. Alright, I need to do a Torch. I guess I should just Torch this. I've got all my anti-unit cards in hand against a not unit-based deck, it looks like. So I just gotta hope that they play an island. Or like a Feast Caller, even. Okay. Shelter Wing Rider. So I can't steal and attack with that. So I should probably just like steal this guy and then Combust. And if he blocks, then I just like played Slay, and that's fine. Protect, okay. So I guess this is a unit-based deck then. It's gonna take it again. You have another Protect? You do. Alright. Well, that turned out much worse for me than I thought. Alright, well, now I got 2 Combust and no units. So likely not a harsh rule deck. Alright, that's good. Let's find some gas. Alright, so Scrapper probably just gets vanquished. Waystone is just a 1/1. So I mean I guess let's take this because it's bigger. I'm not gonna Combust here. I don't need to go to quite that length yet, I don't think. Yep, I'm at 5. And channel. Alright. I have no idea what this was then. It's playing Shelter Wing and channel. Maybe it's just Huru control and just playing some more units since like Island incentivizes you to play more units so she's not your only removal target. I don't know. I'd say that matchup is probably generally fine, but my draw is just of atrocious quality. I had like a Grenadin drone and the 2/1 Grenadin and a Scrapper and like 9 power and then like Madness Combust that got double protected. It's pretty gruesome. I guess I'll turn 1 a Grenadin drone. Oh, yeah, especially if my opponent's on Grenadin drone. Yeah, I would love to just trade Grenadin drones. Oh, and I've got more Grenadins coming. Yeah, I definitely just want to trade these. I don't have a Scraptank in hand. I don't know. My opponent might just be aggro, too. I just want to trade for sure. Might be the mirror, too. Yeah, almost certainly the mirror if they just passed. Well, I have a Scraptank now. It's still a ways off. I'm still going to attack, though. Okay. This opponent wanted to trade. Yeah, okay. So almost certainly a mirror. In some capacity. There's a lot of cards you can play in this deck, so I'm not sure exactly what they're playing. Alright, so I have 5 power. So yeah, Scrapper is great. I've got a bunch of Grenadin. I'm going to save this Madness for a Scraptank or a Gearcruncher. Or a Jekk if they're playing Jekk. Oh man, Madness on Jekk? That seems crazy. I have not yet had the pleasure of making that play, but I'm excited for when it does eventually, inevitably come up. I'm going to hold off on a Waystone since I might draw another Fire Source, and then I'd get to get Grenadins. Even if my next one's a Seat and it's depleted, that doesn't matter, because I don't have a 4-drop. This deck in general doesn't have 4-drops. I'm playing 1 Devious drone, but I don't know if that's correct. Like, it should probably just be another Jekk. Scrapper. Alright, well. make sure that I play that one, because the premium Waystone makes a premium Grenadin, and I want to make sure I get a premium Grenadin. Let's be real. So, do I lead on Scraptank or Scrapper is the question. If I lead on Scraptank, it dies to a torch, but I don't have any like torches of my own or Devours to grow it, so I kind of want to like keep up with my opponent's Scraptank. However, if I play Stonescar Scrapper, next turn I can Madness the tank and then eat it, which is really sick. So, yeah, alright, I'm going to go for the Scrapper. Plus then, if I sack 2 guys next turn, I might draw another power, which I kind of do want to do. I want to get up to Gearcruncher. Well, I guess until I have a Gearcruncher, I don't need to draw more power, but Gearcruncher is how you win this. Whoever draws more Scraptanks than Gearcrunchers wins this matchup. So let's hope opponent doesn't have any more tanks or Gearcrunchers. Ooh, Nightfall. Interesting. So I'm not actually playing the Shadow Waystone. Maybe I should be, since I'm like a synergy deck, so drawing an extra card probably helps me more than my opponents generally. But I don't know. I haven't played it enough to really know that yet. Madness. Okay. They got the Madness first. So I've got 2 guys in the Void, so I'll put a 3rd one in the Void, and I can Torrent for 2. This is almost assuredly just getting devoured here, or like combusted. Yep. Guy's huge. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped just because he's going to kill me in 2 hits later, whereas here it's like 3 hits. Alright, there's the Gearcruncher. Alright, so this time I'm just going to play Scraptank since I don't want to take an enormous hit. Well, no. I'm still scrappering, I think. Well, if he madnesses that, and I take like 13, which is so much. I really would like to madness and get rid of this. Yeah, alright, I'm going to do it. If I take 13, I take 13. Also, even Nightfall, I didn't get to draw an extra card. Gross. Opponent drew so many. 61 cards in my deck to 54 in theirs. Yuck. Getting ground out. Yeah, I had another Madness. Yep, that's probably all she wrote. It's another Devour, and I pretty much can't win from this point. It's like Torrent for 2 spiders. Like, I can chump block for a long time, but chump blocking for a long time isn't going to win when your opponent's drawing this many cards. Should have probably done that pre-combat to hit me for an extra 4. Combust, I guess. Or do I get my guy back? That'd be pretty sick. I would love to get my guy back. I get him back? That's amazing. Alright, I'm not as out of it as I thought, I guess. So, sack these, gain 2 health. Alright, let's draw a power. I just need to get up to this Gearcruncher. Alright? Wouldn't have minded one more, but I'll take that. Oh boy. That also puts 2 more units in there, so I'm going to be able to make 3 spiders. As soon as the guy dies. Yep, they Gearcrunched, so... They got to Gearcrunch first. Oh my god, and then I drew a Devour? Holy crap. Well, it might just be better to still Scrapper. So, let's do this. Let's attack with these. I'm at 9. Yeah. I think I can afford to attack here. And even if he like sextuple blocks this, I can still Devour. Oh, he blocks both? That's great. Yeah. Get those guys out of there. So I actually am going to Devour. I want to keep the extra Grenadins in play to block if I have to. Or if I don't draw a power, I can still activate this guy. Jeez, and I didn't. Alright, so... let's do it. I do get to gain 2 off this. So it's fine. I get 1 guy back. Power. There we go. Alright. And now I get to play my Gearcruncher, and then we get to really go to town. Man, Madness is such a messed up card. Like, we both just played Madnesses and got insane value off of them. I don't like Combustion Cell in this deck at all. What are you doing? Ramping up to Gearcruncher? It's not particularly exciting. I think I just block since Gearcruncher gets me these Grenadin back immediately. Like, yeah, you can sack a Grenadin and then play a 3-drop, but like, just play more interactive cards instead. Also, notice how this deck never runs out of gas. Like, this is turn 9, and like, you both just have tons of cards. Actually, I don't know if I block for 4 health. I'll just get rid of the Grenadin, whatever. Go 10. Opponent can still sack this to their Combustion Cell, that's fine. 10's a fine health total, and I'm about to Gear Crunch for a million Grenadin. He's gonna have to have like another removal spell. The casual 10 Grenadin, you know, just fill up the board. Gearcruncher is so silly. Oh man. I guess next turn I'm like quarrying, trying to just hit power into Scraptank. I don't even know. Whoa, up to 10. What has he got? What costs 10? I guess like Gearcruncher plus activate to shoot my Gearcruncher. Okay, that's pretty good. That means that these guys aren't great in the face of the great Gear Crunch, so I should probably just quarry for a removal spell. Yeah, make 12 guys. Oh, man. Torch doesn't quite do it, so I'll take the Scrapper and draw some cards. Wait. Could also quarry towards removal again and still play Torrent of Spiders or like Assembly Line. That draws me deeper. Yeah, alright. I'll quarry. Well, alright. I should have taken the Torch because I got Torch plus favor now. I guess I'll take that. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 guys in play. Don't really want to play anything. Could play this and just like not sack. But then it just gets Gear Crunch, so what's even the point? Yeah, I'll just sit. I'll just block everything I can and then torch this. Refill my board. Next turn. Alright. Got another Gear Cruncher? It doesn't even do anything. Like, your board's already full. Oh, Caleb? Alright. That's something that makes sense to ramp into. Alright. Opponent went over us, for sure. Not sure how I beat that. Roll his fist. Jesus. And that one got invulnerable damage? Yeah, alright, I'm super dead. Alright, well, the deck is good, right? It's got bodied by the mirror. Yeah, so Caleb is another one that people have asked about. So you can play Combustion Cell to ramp into Caleb, I guess, but I'd rather be more consistent and lower to the ground. Like, yeah, Caleb lets you do those crazy, like, highlight reel plays, like what just happened, but, like, weren't you already winning that game? Like, did you really need to play this 8-cost win more card and a 2-power do-nothing relic? Like, you could have just played consistent low-to-the-ground interaction. And, like, yes, that will punish you in the mirror when going over the top is what's important, but I don't think that the mirror is that prevalent yet that you want to play big mirror breakers like Caleb. I think that, like, Jekk is probably better. It's like, the difference between 5 and 8 is night and day. Like, you can't really compare the two cards. Like, 5 is just so much better. It looks like Felm Control, which is a pretty rough one in general, but Gearcruncher makes it palatable. Alright, never mind. Probably some sort of control deck, though, right? Yeah, almost certainly. I also just don't have a 3rd power, and I don't have any shadow. Time to show off my new deck. Proceeds to just get wrecked by everything forever. It's just like some 4-faction revenge deck, and skipping my turn 3. That's not how you beat 4-faction revenge nonsense. Alright, what did I redraw? Like a 1-power hand? I just had no chance to ever win this game. I'll stick in for a couple more turns. Madness is pretty good against Revenge. Like Madness Combust. Opponent might also be on like a temporal variant and just like slam a temporal and I have no chance ever. Ditch one of these, I guess. Could ditch the 7-drop, but they have all these redundant guys. I'll ditch the 7-drop next turn when I inevitably whiff on power again. At least my opponent is like the king of all dirtles. Draw a shadow, Quarry into a power. I don't know. God. Okay, so there just was no power in the top 7 cards in my deck. Yeah, temporal, sure. Yeah, alright. I think I'm fine conceding if my opponent's channeling my face while I'm only at 2 power. Alright, well, I'll play one more game since that wasn't really a game. So I lost to like getting screwed once, getting flood once, mirror-ish, but where he was playing like Caleb to go over the top, and then beat like some other random deck. Yeah, it sounds about right. The Caleb mirrors, like the mirror where opponent's playing Caleb is just gonna be an atrocious matchup. It will eventually get to the point where both players have a ton of Grenadin, and then Caleb just instantly wins the game in that spot. So if this deck actually does become popular, yeah, cut Jekk and Devious drone and drop in a couple Calebs, but as long as like Skycrag and Praxis and stuff are popular, I don't think you can be that greedy. Like I already cut Witching Hour for being super greedy, and like I think Caleb is even more greedy than Witching Hour because he's only good when you already have a huge board and it's already the super late game, whereas Witching Hour can actually stabilize for you and be a removal spell. And they're both about equally devastating against control. Like Caleb has just like a giant charge guy, and Witching Hour is just like 4 guys. It's both super devastating for control decks. Looking for a gas card. So I already have 4 power. So I think that guy counts. I can Madness combo with him. Nah, I'm gonna bottom it. I don't have a lot of fuel, so if my opponent's playing like removal, it's not great. Alright, well if they're playing an aggro deck, then woe is them. Alright, I could Vara's favor that, but I think this is also just fine. I'm gonna get the fire so my Waystone can make a Grenadin on turn 4. So Scrapper would have been good just as a blocker, I guess. Ugh! That guy is brutal. Alright, so I just have to draw a sack outlet, I suppose. I wonder if they're playing Rally. Ooh, Torch. Excellent. I'm gonna save the favor. They've demonstrated that they're playing units that die to it. And I have a power for next turn. Kano Outlaw. Okay, so they're playing like some sort of slightly bigger Stonescar than it looks like. Yeah, I guess I'll play a Granadin. Alright, well now I kind of wish I had the Scrapper. I ended up just drawing the power, not much else. I would have been able to Madness and then sack it to Scrap. But I've got lots of sack outlets. I'll find something to count with this Madness. I'll find something. Milos Izalio. Alright. Alright. That's spicy. So I'll attack for 2 free damage. You can't block it or pumps tank out of torch range. Alright, I'll take a 5/5 tank. I'm down. Still got plenty of little doofuses to block with. And I'm 2 turns off Gearcruncher, which should just be the game. Definitely just chump blocking these. Put them in the actual abyss. If they're playing Deathstrike, I doubt they're playing Deathstrike in a low-to-the-ground gunslinger deck. Yeah, I think I just can't deal with this guy. You know what? I lied. They had double torch. They could deal with it, and it was fine. Sure thing. I think I'll chump next turn. I'm not guaranteed to be able to Gearcrunch in 2 turns. Alright. Well, alright. Pump for 3, play 3 more guys. It's going to hit face so I can possibly Gearcrunch next turn. And now I think I will just block both of these. Well, maybe I just triple block Milos. I feel like Torch is one of these guys. I don't really care. Like, what's the chance he has a 3rd Torch? It's a good rapid shot. Yeah, that's fine. Still got plenty of chump blockers if I whiff on power for Gearcruncher. Stacking him a bunch of war cries though. Alright, that's nice. So play this, chump this guy, take this hit. So I should attack with 1. And Madness. I don't really want to sack 2 guys and only leave 1 blocker back. I think this guy is likely to die. Alright, it is not Nightfall yet. I was going to block. I think my opponent's probably playing a deck that has Obliterate in it, so. Oh no, don't kill it. Oh man. Well, now I don't gain my 2. Alright, now I just need power. Or Devour. Alright. I am only playing 30 power. I do have the Quarries and the Devours. Like, usually I don't whiff for this long, but we'll see. I think I'm going to block this guy. Opponent probably not playing Obliterate if they're playing, like, Annihilate and Rapid Shot. So I think I can take this hit and be okay. Huge Outlaw. Alright. If I live through this turn and opponent is not playing Obliterate in their deck, I will win. If either one of those things are not true, then I will lose. Like Rapid Shot Torch kills me. Rampage kills me. Obliterate kills me. Champion of Chaos does not kill me. I literally fill my entire board with Grenadin, so I can just quintuple block that. Vara's Favor is a gain of 1 health, but I think I can do better. I'm also dead to Argenport Instigator. Alright, so I want to chump there. I'm going to chump there. 2, 3, 4 blockers there, so I just take 1. And 3 blockers there, so I kill that. So if they play a Rapid Shot, I'm taking 5. Let's hope they don't have it. Alright, so it's just 2 huge guys against my 2 Grenadin, and he's got 1,000,000 war cries, and I have a Madness. Perfect. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. Glad I didn't keep that Vara's Favor. Alright, so now my opponent must draw better than me, but they get first draw, but I have 2 chump blocks. I've got like 3 Gearcrunchers, 2 Scrappers, 3 Scraptanks left, and a Jekk. Ugh. That's pretty brutal. Got like 6 cards left that are good. I can't really beat this though, either. Alright, well, I can beat it, actually. Just kidding. Here's a Jekk Hunted Fugitive. Cinder Yeti! Alright. Alright. Get destroyed. Get destroyed. Well, that was also a bad showing. I'll play one more. So basically, in summation, this deck is great. I just went 1-4. Everyone should play it. It's awesome. To be fair, I think it is a lot better than it's been demonstrated in this video. Like, I've been playing it the last 2 nights on stream. I think I played probably like 50, 60-ish games with it, and every time I was recording stats, it went like 13-8, or like 12-6, or like 6-4. Like, I was like 60%-ish with it against the field. So if you dodge the Flood and Screw and you dodge the Instigators, it's good, but you gotta draw payoff cards. Oh, so that last game was another reason why I think it's crazy to cut Torrent of Spiders / Jekk or whatever to put in more Grenadin Hatchers. Because, like, as you can see there, like, I just need to draw a payoff card, and I just, like, whiffed on a payoff card for 6 turns or whatever. Like, cutting payoff cards is crazy to me. You need, like, at least 14, and you might want as many as, like, 16, 18. You just need more payoff cards, if anything. All right, I keep this. I've got Madness Devour. I've got some interaction in the early turns. Gearcruncher is a long ways off, but you can probably get there with the Madness Devour to draw cards. Like, every deck plays units. Like, this isn't dead against anyone, except the temporal control, which is probably a fine matchup just because we demand infinite sweepers. Like, I've played games with this deck where I was Harsh Ruled 4 times and Lightning Stormed twice and Black Sky Harbingered, and, like, still had plenty more gas in the tank. Like, the deck just does not run out of gas, except in that last game. So I guess I shouldn't say it doesn't run out of gas, but it's difficult. In reasonable games, it doesn't. Alright, if I whiff on power, I'm just going to Devour a Grenadin. Like, I'll find something else to combo with Madness. Like, I have 3 more Devours, 3 Combust, 4 Stonescar Scrappers to combo with that, so. Seraph, sure. Alright, drew a power. So, am I worried about stuff like Harsh Rule? A little bit. I'm just going to play this. That way they can't attack anymore. And like I was saying earlier, like, you don't really care if you get Harsh Ruled and stuff. Like, sure, if that's all the gas in your hand, then yeah, you don't want to get Harsh Ruled. But in general, like, I'm not playing these guys to be aggressive. I don't care if these guys die. Like, I would, like, quad block this Seraph in a heartbeat. My opponent's definitely playing Harsh Rule if they're playing Find the Way, so they're on a slower variant of Cambrai. I drew a Torch. Alright, well, now I get to press the attack then. Fight. Let's torch off that Seraph. If this nonsense gets Harsh Ruled, I don't care at all. I'm not going to Devour here. The power for Madness Devour is strong. If he Harsh Rules, I'll Devour. Alright, not Harsh Ruling. He's playing a Titan. Alright, yeah, let's draw the power. Madness Devour that guy. No. Okay, waiting a turn to try and make it happen. If I whiff again on power next turn, alright, so he's played both the Find the Ways and one of the depleted sigils. Alright, so they have 3 depleted sigils in hand. Well, 2 once they play one right here. So then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unknowns. Yeah, I'm just going to take 5. Oh, not even attacking. Alright. I'll happily pass. Why'd you not attack? This guy's endurance. It's free. Oh, now I kind of want to draw another power right now so that I get to steal that guy and draw off it. That would be sick. It doesn't work quite the way I want it to. Yeah, alright, I just have to do this. Can't let my opponent draw all those extra cards, so just pop them and kill the Ascendant. Would have been nice to have that Seek be a Sigil, I guess. Maybe a Shadow Waystone. Amethyst Waystone. Attacking with that. Alright, well, I've got infinite Gearcrunchers now, so let's chump them up. Alright, this is going to be pretty crazy against them, too. I've still got all these chump blockers. I'm going to draw a spot removal spell with the Jekk first. And then start Gearcrunching. Or if this gets like Desert Marshal and then trades his Titan, that's also fine. This means the opponent has to deal with all these stupid Grenadin. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units in the void right now. Yeah, this is gonna make so many spiders. Probably 12 spiders actually by the time I actually play it. Like that puts 6 in the voids. This makes 3 already. So yeah. Play this, force out a silence or a harsh rule, then do it 2 more times. And even if this gets Desert Marshal, I get to swing and then torch this guy. Then what's he gonna do? Harsh rule, Billion Grenadin? I don't care. Like, play another Gearcruncher. Slay? Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Attack? Yeah, sextuple block. I guess I can get blown out by stand together. But even then, I just get to get them all back. Or like banish? Yeah, I mean, I get all of these Grenadin back. It just doesn't matter. And the reason I'm playing these Gearcrunchers instead of the Torrent is because, like, opponent's going to have to harsh roll away their own guy here. And if they don't, that means they're spot removaling. And I'd rather them spot removal like this, leave me with a million 1/1s. Plus, I can just grow this bigger up to 12 spiders. Like, here's 4 more, so it'll be 9, and that'll be 13. Yeah, easy. Let's play another Sigil here. Guess let's block with all of the little Grenadin. Why not? I assume this is a harsh rule attack. I wish there was like a D plus space, or like B plus space, like block with all. And I just watch this Titan ram its face into a million Grenadin and die. Harsh rule. Parliament for 2. That just does nothing? You read Gearcruncher? Okay. Silencing the Gearcruncher. Alright. So opponent on the bunch of flyers plan. So I just like torch one. Let's play on a cruncher. I could like Vara's favorite one. I'm just gonna A space first no matter what. And then depending on how they block, I can finish stuff off like torch favor or whatever. Okay. It takes 6. So I'd rather just play another Gearcruncher, or would I rather like torch and finish off an owl? This is 11 damage. I think I'm just gonna Gearcrunch. Like, I'm winning this race easily. And then I'll still be able to torch an owl next turn, if I want to. Alright, got him. Grind him out. Gearcrunching. Alright, so the last game was a fine display of what the deck does, I suppose. So in addition to being good against both aggro and grindy decks, it's also just a blast to play. Like, it's sort of expensive. You do have to craft 2 full sets of legends that aren't good anywhere else on the Scraptank, the Gearcruncher. But other than that, the deck is super cheap, super fun. Like, this Jekk can be a Caleb if you want. I mean, you can play more Spark Catchers if you want. I think this deck is gonna be a contender. Like, we won't know for sure for it's 2 weeks until Team League starts and 3 weeks until ETS starts. But I think this deck is going to see play, is going to be making top 8s, it's going to be winning stuff, and it's very good. So, yeah, have a wonderful time playing this or whatever it is you enjoy. Like, subscribe, etc. The standard shills, and peace.